Why do you think you were born? Why are you still alive today? Do you believe God placed you on this earth just to run after people, to chase validation, to beg for acceptance? No! You were not designed to live on your knees before men. You were created to stand tall before God. The greatest insult to your Creator is to beg for what He has already placed within you. We live in a world where people measure their worth by who they can hold on to, who approves them, or what crowd they belong to. But let me tell you something. When you chase after people, you lose sight of your own purpose. When you beg for recognition, you abandon the dignity of the kingdom inside of you. You are not a beggar. You are not a pursuer of crumbs. You are an heir to a kingdom. And the king has already invested in you everything you need to fulfill your purpose. The question is, will you focus on what's in you or keep running after what's outside of you? Do you know why so many people spend their lives restless, insecure, and constantly looking for approval? It's because they don't know their own value. When a person does not understand their value, they will sell themselves cheap. They will trade their dignity for attention, their conviction for acceptance, their future for the applause of the crowd. And hear me clearly today. If you do not define your worth by the one who created you, somebody else will define it for you, and they will always set the price lower than what you are truly worth. Think about it. The market never tells the diamond what it is. The diamond tells the market its value. A diamond doesn't beg to be bought. It is displayed, and those who recognize its rarity pay the price to have it. You are God's diamond. You are not glass. You are not plastic. You are not something disposable. You carry eternity in your soul. You carry wisdom in your mind. You carry a gift the world has never seen before. Stop allowing temporary people to put a discount tag on eternal treasure. And let me tell you something else. Social media has made this worse. Too many are measuring their value by likes and followers. They are posting their soul for sale, chasing digital approval, and yet they are empty inside. You are not the number under your picture. You are not the trend of the day. You are not the label society places on you. You are more. You are greater. You are irreplaceable. Don't you ever confuse visibility with value. Just because the world doesn't see you yet does not mean you are not priceless. Some treasures are hidden underground for centuries, waiting for the right time to be revealed. And this is where our community needs to wake up. We have too many young men chasing the illusion of being validated by gangs, by violence, by proving their strength in destruction rather than construction. We have too many young women equating their worth with their bodies instead of their brilliance. This has to stop, because when you don't know your value, you become vulnerable to abuse. A community that does not know its worth will sell its future for nothing. We must raise a generation that no longer begs for recognition, but walks in the confidence of their divine imprint. You are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are not a leftover of creation. You are intentional design. You are heaven's investment, and the world is waiting for what you carry. So stop begging. Stop comparing. Stop shrinking yourself to fit someone else's mold. Stand tall, walk boldly, and live as the priceless, unrepeatable, God-breathed treasure that you already are. One of the greatest mistakes you can make in life is to abandon your own lane while running after people. When you spend your energy chasing others, chasing their approval, their friendship, their recognition, you will always arrive at destinations that were never meant for you. Chasing people blinds you, it robs you of direction, and it steals the clarity of where you are meant to go. You cannot chase people and stay true to your own assignment at the same time. It is impossible. Think of a train. Train is powerful, heavy, unstoppable, but only when it stays on its track. The moment it tries to follow cars on the road, it loses its power. Many of you are trains designed for heavy loads, designed to move nations, designed to carry vision across generations. But instead of staying on your track, you keep leaving the rail to follow people on the road. That's why you keep losing momentum, why you feel drained, why life feels heavier than it should. Because you are chasing where you don't belong. And I need to speak to this generation. Too many are chasing clicks, running after groups, trying to fit into circles that don't even fit them. You are buying shoes that were never your size. You are forcing yourself into relationships that can't carry the weight of who you are. When you live like this, you become a prisoner of other people's expectations. And nothing is more tragic than burying your future under the weight of someone else's approval. Look around our communities and you'll see the evidence. Young men chasing destructive models of masculinity because they want to be accepted by the wrong crowd. Young women exhausting themselves to look like manufactured images that were never real to begin with. Families torn apart because parents are busy chasing status instead of raising their children. Leaders abandoning integrity because they are chasing the praise of people instead of serving with conviction. When we chase people, we lose ourselves. And when we lose ourselves, the whole community suffers. But hear this truth. What is meant for you does not need to be chased. Real friendships, real opportunities, real connections, they are attracted by authenticity, not by pursuit. When you walk in alignment, those who are meant to walk with you will find you. The ones who cannot recognize your worth were never meant to carry your destiny anyway. Stop running after temporary hands when the eternal hand of God has already secured your future. So I challenge you, stop chasing shadows, stop running after people who don't even know where they are going themselves. Stand firm, build yourself, sharpen your gifts, strengthen your character, and watch how those who matter will be drawn to you, not because you ran after them, but because you stayed rooted in who you are. Every time you beg for attention, every time you lower your standard just to be accepted, you strip yourself of the dignity that was placed in you from the beginning. Begging doesn't only weaken the body, it weakens the soul. It teaches you to live beneath your true stature, to survive on crumbs when you were created for a feast. And the most dangerous thing about begging, whether it's for love, respect, or recognition, is that you begin to believe you are worth only what you are given. That's the deception. That's how you become a prisoner in your own mind. Think about the eagle. An eagle does not beg other birds for food. It doesn't chase sparrows or pigeons pleading to share their scraps. No, the eagle soars high. It sees further, it hunts with precision, and it eats what matches its nature. But imagine if an eagle started following chickens around the yard, scratching in the dirt, waiting for grain to be thrown down. You would not only question the eagle's strength, you would question if it even knew it was an eagle at all. That is what happens when you beg. You live beneath your nature, you disguise your wings, you pretend your power doesn't exist. And I see the spirit of begging all through our societies. Men begging for validation through violence, as if breaking another man proves they're strong. Women begging for attention by giving away their dignity, thinking their body is their only worth. Communities begging for recognition from governments and systems while forgetting that true power is built from within. When we educate ourselves, support our own, and demand respect through excellence, not pity. When you live on your knees before people, you will never stand tall before destiny. There comes a point when you must say enough. Enough bowing to rejection, enough chasing voices that never speak life into you, enough clinging to relationships that feed on your desperation. You don't need to beg to belong. You don't need to beg to be loved. You don't need to beg to be seen, because when you know who you are, you stop performing for applause. You stand in quiet confidence, and your very presence speaks louder than any plea ever could. So stop begging. Stop lowering your crown to fit into places it was never designed to fit. Stand up. Walk out of the shadows. Take back your dignity. Because once you stop begging, you will realize something powerful. You were never meant to be a beggar. You were born to be a standard. When you stop chasing and start focusing, something powerful happens. You begin to build capacity. Focus is the furnace where greatness is forged. It sharpens your mind, disciplines your habits, and multiplies your strength. Distraction, on the other hand, dilutes you. It scatters your energy into 1,000 pieces, and at the end of the day, you are exhausted but empty-handed. Many people confuse activity with progress. They are busy but not productive. They are moving but not advancing. Why? Because they are chasing everything and focusing on nothing. Look at a magnifying glass. When sunlight is scattered, it is warm but harmless. But when that same light is concentrated through the lens, it burns. It can ignite fire. That is what your life becomes. When you focus, you carry the power to ignite change, to set things in motion, to create results that cannot be ignored. But without focus, you will always remain ordinary, no matter how much potential you carry inside. And this is where many of us fall short. We want success without discipline. We want results without consistency. We want recognition without the grind of preparation. But focus requires you to shut the door on distractions, even when they look attractive. It means saying no to unnecessary noise so you can say yes to growth. A musician does not master an instrument by running from one song to another every day. No, they sit with the same strings, the same keys, the same notes, until excellence is carved into their fingers. In the same way, your gift will only reach maturity when you give it the honor of your full attention. But let's bring this home to our communities. Too many of our neighborhoods are fractured because we lack collective focus. We are busy surviving, hustling, competing against each other, instead of concentrating our energy on building together. Imagine what would happen if our young men focused their creativity on invention instead of destruction. Imagine what would happen if our young women focused their brilliance on leadership instead of fighting for shallow validation. Imagine what would happen if our elders focused their wisdom on mentoring the next generation instead of withdrawing into silence. Focus could transform us from scattered individuals into a strong, unshakable people. So let me challenge you. Choose focus over frenzy. Choose discipline over distraction. Choose depth over shallowness. Because every time you focus, you build capacity. And the more capacity you build, the more impact you carry. When you focus on your assignment, you become like a river, steady, powerful, unstoppable. And sooner or later, that river carves valleys, feeds cities, and shapes nations. Stop scattering your strength. Stop chasing what does not matter. Focus, build, grow, and watch how your focus turns you into a force that cannot be denied. In this life, there is a principle that governs everything. What you chase runs away, but what you cultivate attracts. In the kingdom, you are not designed to run after things. You are designed to carry a presence, a clarity, a strength that makes things come looking for you. Scripture says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Notice, it doesn't say you will add them, it says they will be added to you. That means there is a divine law of attraction that works when your life is in alignment with higher order. The problem with so many people is they're exhausting themselves, chasing after what was supposed to come looking for them. They are running after money instead of developing discipline, running after relationships instead of building character, running after recognition instead of cultivating excellence. And the tragedy is, when you catch what you chase, you often discover it was never worth the chase in the first place. Many marriages are breaking because one partner chased companionship without cultivating inner wholeness. Many careers are collapsing because people chased promotions without developing capacity. What you attract by desperation, you will lose by pressure. But what you attract by principle, you will sustain by wisdom. Let me paint this for you. A garden does not beg butterflies to come. The flowers don't run through the air pleading for attention. No, the garden simply blossoms. It releases fragrance. It grows in beauty. And as it flourishes, the butterflies, the bees, the life around it cannot resist coming near. Your life is the same. If you focus on blossoming, on cultivating your gift, your integrity, your compassion, your strength, you will not need to chase opportunities or people. They will be drawn to the fragrance of your growth. And this is what our communities must learn. Too often we are chasing acceptance from outside powers, begging for recognition from systems that were never built to honor us. But if we build schools of excellence, if we raise businesses of integrity, if we nurture families of stability, we will not need to beg for a seat at the table. The nations will come asking how we did it. Influence is not demanded, it is attracted. Respect is not begged for, it is earned. So hear me. Stop running after things that fade. Stop wasting your life in pursuit of shadows. Align your heart with righteousness. Cultivate what is within and watch how what you need begins to seek you. Because in the kingdom, you don't chase, you attract. And when you attract by alignment, no man, no system, no enemy can take it away. Rejection is one of life's greatest teachers, but most people never graduate from its classroom. They take rejection as an insult instead of an instruction, as a wound instead of a warning. But I want you to understand something tonight. Rejection is often redirection. When someone walks away, when a door closes, when an opportunity slips through your hands, it does not always mean loss. Many times, it is heaven's way of guiding you toward a path you would have never taken on your own. Think about it. If every person you wanted stayed, if every door you knocked on opened, you would still be trapped in rooms too small for who you are becoming. Sometimes God allows the wrong people to leave so the right ones can find room to arrive. Sometimes He shuts doors because the rooms behind them cannot contain your future. What feels like rejection today may be the very protection that saves you tomorrow. We've all seen it. The heartbreak that seemed unbearable at first, only to later discover that if that person had stayed, they would have broken us in ways we may never have recovered from. The job that turned you down, which forced you to build your own business. The friend that betrayed you, which taught you discernment and drove you into deeper wisdom. Rejection is never comfortable, but it is often necessary. And this is not just about individuals. It's about us as a community. Too often we cry because certain systems, institutions, or powers reject us. But could it be that their rejection is pushing us back to ourselves? Could it be that the closed doors are an invitation for us to build our own doors, our own tables, our own opportunities? When you understand this, you stop mourning over what you lost and start creating what you need. Communities that rise are not those who waited for acceptance, but those who turned rejection into innovation. So here's the truth. Stop interpreting every closed door as the end of your story. Some doors close because they were never designed to open for you. Some relationships end because they were never equipped to walk into your future. And yes, sometimes the pain of rejection is severe, but pain is often the birthplace of clarity. Don't let rejection make you bitter. Let it make you better. Don't let it paralyze you. Let it propel you. So when life tells you no, don't collapse. Lift your head, wipe your tears, and look for the redirection. Because every rejection is carrying a message. There's something greater ahead. So hear me today. Don't beg, don't chase, focus on you. Your value is already established by the one who created you. Stop running after people who don't even know where they're going. Refuse to bow your dignity for scraps of attention. Build capacity through discipline and focus until your life itself becomes a testimony. Live by the kingdom principle of attraction, where what you need comes looking for you, not because you chased it, but because you cultivated it. And when rejection comes, and it will, don't collapse, don't complain, don't curse the darkness. Stand tall, because every no is guiding you closer to the greater yes. Your life is too precious to waste begging for recognition. Your future is too powerful to be spent chasing shadows. This is your time to rise, to grow, to walk in the fullness of who you are. And if you take these words and apply them, not tomorrow, not next year, but today, you will see transformation not only in yourself, but in your family, your community, and the generations after you. So I leave you with this challenge: live with dignity, walk with focus, and carry yourself with the boldness of one who knows they were born for greatness. Stop begging, stop chasing, and focus on the greatness already inside you. Good luck on your journey, and may you never forget the power you already carry. Thank you, and may God bless you richly.